So now, we can either solder these fittings first of all, or do the rest of the offsets and the valves, but I'm going to solder them first. Someone in the comments mentioned that we should have a drain off and maybe a T-piece instead of that elbow. You always put these on the lowest points. I just put an elbow in for a demonstration. We will do another video at a later date on the drain offs, but at the moment I'm just going to solder in the elbow. So first thing I need to do is, before we solder, we go through the preparation process again like we did in earlier videos. I've got clean the pipe, clean the outside of the pipe, make sure there's no tape, there's no grease, there's nothing on it. So the solder runs. We get a bit of our active flux, Cloakroom flux, just paint on the pipes, give the fittings a spin, and the spin, and then in the clips, and then take off any excess flux that we may have on the fitting. So that's the elbow done, and then I'm going to do the T-piece as well. When I'm doing an elbow or a T-piece, I always make sure that I have both pipes or the 3 pipes in the fitting. Some people have got a habit of doing just either 1 pipe or 2 pipes on the T-piece, and then they solder it up. But you always make sure you have all the fittings in, all the pipes in the fittings, and make sure it's done. So I'll show you quickly what I mean by that. Sometimes the learners or the students forget they've got to have all the pipes in the fitting. Sometimes they would solder the fitting like that. The downside of that is, this bit up here could oxidise, or if I put these 2 bits of pipe in and left that one out, some solder could run in at the end of that fitting, then I can't get a piece of pipe in. But I think the biggest reason for it is, if I solder that fitting and I make sure I've got 3 pipes in a T-piece, both pipes in the elbow, I know it's done. I've not got to go back to it, I've not forgotten anything, and I can forget about it until I turn the water on, and then hopefully make sure I don't have any leaks. So next thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to protect, honestly, I know I've put loads of ink marks on the wall. I'm going to protect the wall, and I'm going to use a heat mat. I'll do the T-piece first. So these heat mats, I can just fold up on the back, like that. I can also, if it keeps slipping down, I can double up the heat mat and feed it in, like that, and protect it. I've got my lead-free solder, and what I want to do is, obviously again, I'm not going to hold the heat directly onto the T-piece. I'm going to point it away from the plastic clips and hopefully the wall, and make sure we're okay. So I'll put it on. I think that flame should be fine. I'm going to hold the flame down and away from the pipe clips. I can move it about, make sure I'm heating up all the pipe and the fittings at the same time. Not yet. There we go, solder running, and the last one, done. It'll smoke a bit. Obviously I don't pull the heat mat out right away. If I move the fittings, I could break the joint and I end up with a leak. So I give it a couple of seconds to cool down. If I'm happy with that, I can bring it out. When you're using these solder heat mats, they're not one-sided, there's both sides. And what I've found is, unless you pick a side to solder on, if I'm soldering that side for talking's sake, and I turn it on and do the next fitting that way, sometimes if there's flux on it, I can put it on the customer's wall as well. So normally I used to put a pen mark or something on the heat mats to make sure I always soldered on top of the one side, and I always kept one side clean. What can happen here is, I'm not going to double the heat mat up, but it keeps falling out. So what I can do, especially if there's a wooden wall behind me, I can get a screw and I can just screw through it, not all the way in, just part of the way through it. And that holds the heat mat for me. Obviously that would make a small hole. I would just give it a tidy up with a clean when I'm finished. So I'm going to do the elbow next. Again, I'm going to point down and away from the pipe clips. I'll light it, put the click on, that holds it. I get it to temperature. One done, 2 done. And the reason I've soldered them first is when I put the valves on, this is all going to be nice and sort of solid and steady for me. So again, I can take that screw out. And we've got a small hole in it, just give it a tidy up.